Welcome to Milos.
Milos is my favorite Greek island. In my opinion, it has the perfect combination of pretty beaches, sites to explore, cute Greek towns, and good affordable restaurants. Different from other islands, it is not a party island or is part of cruises stops, which makes the island much less crowded than others.
Here in Milos, it is better to rent a car or a scooter or a squat because there are some buses, but they don't go all the every hour to all the places. So you might get stuck in some beach or something. So it's better to rent something and then decide your own time. And it's also not that expensive. So a scooter is around 20 euros and a car it goes between 30 to 40 euros. I guess in the high season it gets more expensive.
At least for one day, maybe for 2 days, it's definitely worth it. A lot of places you can't get with public transportation. And taxis are really expensive, so not an option either. So, this is our first stop. We arrived yesterday at Milos in the evening, and now today we're checking out some nice beaches. This is the first one. It's pretty cool because we can only go down on a ladder. So we're gonna check that one out. It's apparently very easy, but still pretty cool.
So
Ladies
I
first,
go
or-
first, yes.
But I think maybe without shoes, I don't know. Because
I think I will go
with shoes? Okay. With shoes? No, I'm not so sure.
We spend the rest of the day visiting the sightseeings around the island.
We are in Plakas, which is the capital of Milos. Plakas is up to the hill, and apparently from here you can see beautiful sunset. We don't think we will be lucky today, but now it is around 7-8 p.m. and then we're walking on the city and it looks very pretty.
So, this is where we stayed, Villa Flora Akis. Flora and Akis are the owners. We had a lovely time here. It's very close to Adamas, which is like the port town.
3
But
minutes.
it's- huh?
3 minutes by
3
foot.
minutes by foot, yeah, from the center, so it's really close. And they are lovely people. They just started out, and they're taking care of you as if they were your mom and your dad. So, well, today we're going to go on a boat trip around the island on a sailboat. We'll have several stops along the way,
It
and
will
yeah,
take
lunch,
us-
breakfast, everything on the boat because it's the whole day. It takes like 10 hours, right?
Yeah.
Starts at 9 and we will be back around 7 p.m. And yeah, we're quite excited already. The weather is beautiful. And they fit between 12 and 16 people usually on one of those boats. And prices around 100 euros plus minus 10. Like the most expensive we saw was 120 in group, not private obviously. And the cheapest was 90, so round about this.
We can recommend to do a boat trip around Milos because you get to see many beautiful sights that you are not able to see from the land, but only from the sea. On our way back from the boat, we enjoyed a little bit the city of Adamantas and left for the last moment the greatest highlight of Milos, Sarakinikos.
We are here at Sarakinikos, the moonlight landscape, and I really love this place. It is so beautiful with the white stone and the cliffs, and the water is crystal clear, and also you can jump from the cliff, and there are many people here having fun and jumping higher and higher. It is just beautiful.
Also, we are here now in the middle of May, and it hasn't been crazy hot during the day. Like it's hot, but it's not crazy hot, and also the water is a little bit chilly, but you can still swim, so it's like a perfect time actually to come here. I guess in August and July temperatures must be ridiculously high.
In Milos, right now it is May, and in Milos there are not many people, but the only place you see lots of people is here in Sarakinikos. Of course, it's the most famous place of Milos, but elsewhere has been like not completely empty, but like just
very quiet.
Very quiet.
Really quiet.
Today we came around like 6:30 p.m. to enjoy the sunset from here, and I guess tomorrow we will come in the morning because it's already a little bit too dark already, so we cannot see all the shapes and colors.
Visiting a second time Sarakiniko was the best way to close our visit to Milos, and now for us the next step was visiting Santorini. Santorini is a world-famous island known mainly for its white towns on the cliffs looking at a volcanic crater.
So today we're spending one day and one night in Oia, which is like the famous town of Santorini Island. We got a nice hotel where we can see the sunset from our terrace, so that's nice. Otherwise it's supposedly very crowded. So yeah, we got one night here. The other nights will be at Fira, which is the capital of the island.
Way cheaper.
Way cheaper, yeah, like way cheaper. And Oia is beautiful. Like it's really, really picturesque, really beautiful. It's also really expensive and very touristy.
Oia is a super Instagrammable place, beautiful for wedding pictures, couple pictures, individual pictures, any kind of pictures. It's amazing. But also this also means that many people are in every single corner taking pictures.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So if you want to have a nice shot, you have to wake up very early and make some queues. I think at 7:30 in the morning we had to wait half an hour for a nice picture, for a nice view.
Yeah, but like one of the most famous locations as well.
Yes, and in the morning it's not hot, so you can stay there and take your time, because I think at 11 or around 11 it's going to be too hot already for...
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you will still sweat, don't get me wrong, because there's stairs up and down all the time, but at least you're not dying.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, get up bright and early for pictures. Maybe not too early, because well, if the sun is still on the other side of the island you won't see anything. But yeah, 7:30 is, I think, probably the latest you should leave your house.
Yes, and on the sunset, it's also beautiful, the light. However, it is completely crowded, so it is difficult to take pictures alone. Yeah.
It is straight impossible. to
It's
take pictures.
impossible.
There's no way you can take a picture alone.
But it's completely worth it. Really beautiful, every single corner.
Yeah,
So
I think if you want,
picturesque.
yeah, it's super beautiful. I think if you want to have a sunset alone, you should spend one night in one of the hotels that have a sunset view. I think that's probably the only chance you get to have like see the sunset in solitude. There.
Our Airbnb. We wanted to have at least one special night in Santorini, so we booked this place, and actually it is much better in reality than in the pictures. So take a look. We have here our private hot pot, which is actually quite warm, amazing for the weather right now. It's not that hot, and the sun is not hitting in, so we can warm up with the famous view from Santorini. Up there, I think it's going to be very crowded on the evenings.
The day in Oia for us ended looking at the beautiful sunset from the commodity of our pool.
So, welcome! We're going to do the hike along the coast from Oia to Fira. You can't see Fira, it's like behind this hill. It's going to take about 3 hours. We started at 5 p.m. in the afternoon, so it's not that hot. You can do it in either way and then return by bus. We decided to go from Oia to Fira, so we have the sun in the back and we look at the illuminated landscape instead, like always looking into the sun, but I guess both directions are really beautiful. More or less 3 hours, maybe a little bit more. We're going to take it slow, take some breaks, fly the drone, take some pictures, videos. It's going to be nice. It's really hard to walk in this stuff, like this is gravel, volcanic gravel, and it's like snow. It takes double the force, double the effort to walk in. Oh, that is lovely.
Same as in Milos, the shape of Santorini is like a C, and it is because it was a volcano that exploded, so this part remained. The last explosion was in 1950, and it is there. So if you go to that part of the island, you can take a boat trip to there, and you can feel that the ground is still really, really hot.
All the boats you can see here, all of those are sunset, most of them I think party boats. You can hear the music up here, and they're all now going out the bay to where Oia is as well. They will see the sunset there and then they go back. Okay, today we will rented a car for one day to get around a little bit in the south of the island. This is our first stop. It's the lighthouse, the very pinnacle point part of the island, and you have a magnificent view. We have like Oia, Fira, and all the other small villages here. It's very beautiful.
In Santorini, the most important highlights to visit are the Red Beach, the White Beach, and Fira and Oia.
today we're having for lunch a mixed grilled plate and a salad. I know it doesn't look like a salad, but we swear down there.
There is some green down there. There are onions. And here's green.
Here we are at Black Beach. As you can tell, the beach is black. It's black sand and black rocks. Other than that,
It's a nice beach close to the town Pyrisa with some nice cliffs.
After visiting the most important highlights of Santorini, we spent the rest of the day enjoying the beautiful landscape of the island during sunset. And with these views, we finished our visit to Santorini.
Thanks for watching
If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button below.
and leave us a comment. We would like to hear your opinions and thoughts.